Hello, everyone. My name is Cameron Coburna, and I am the Ticket Office Graduate Assistant at Grand Valley State University.
And I'm Lauren Merdinian, the Assistant Athletic Director of Ticket Operations at the University of Washington.
And today we're going to talk about the journey from student section to season ticket holder, an initiative focused on keeping young alumni committed and engaged to their former school's athletic fan base. The student section is one of the most pivotal parts of every school's game day experience. Amped up students create a atmosphere unlike any other to give their home team the best advantage possible. Some of the most long-lasting college memories are made in this specific section of a stadium. But their fandom does not have to end once they receive their diploma. They just spent the last 4 years supporting their team, regardless of any homework deadlines or a much-needed study session at the library. So it begs the question, why is there such a struggle to keep the interest of young alums? Well, let's look at some of the factors that we believe are keeping young alumni away from attending home events. To start, the cost to attend in-person events. Season ticket prices, or even some single game prices, are just out of the budget of new graduates. They might be more likely to stream the game from home at a cheaper price and in the comfort of their own home. Two, the distance from school can be taxing. Some graduates move 10 minutes down the road, but others might move hours away, and that commute back and forth just doesn't seem worth it sometimes on a Saturday. And then number three, you have alternate entertainment options, such as local pro teams that play on the same days, different social scenes with their friends at bars or restaurants, or just simply hobbies that take their time away from being at the stadium on a Saturday.
Although we aren't here to solve the distance issue today, what we can do is address and create a solution for the other two factors that could make the distance feel irrelevant. When looking at this situation from a school's perspective, one overarching question came to us. How do schools create a strong young alumni fan base without alums having the same level of commitment when they were students? In other words, what can we do so that homecoming isn't the only time our young alumni want to come back to the stadium? We decided to conduct research on this issue with Big Ten schools who have young alumni programs. In gathering our data, some schools had this to say when it came to their young alumni program. Overall, general communication and engagement issues, it's often hard to reach them, specifically during the renewal process, as they're oftentimes the last to renew, having a tougher commitment to buying the tickets. Some schools even felt like the program wasn't even worth the amount of effort staff had to put into it. Speaking firsthand, I can attest that at Washington, our young alumni segment is often the last to renew and requires the most amount of outreach. We have been most successful with a texting campaign simply asking yes or no if they want to renew and that if we can charge their card for them.
So let's take a deeper look and analyze what's already being done in the Big Ten when it comes to young alumni initiatives. 61% of Big Ten schools currently have a young alumni program in place. That number used to be a little over 83%, or 15 out of the 18 member institutions, until four schools decided to eliminate their programs entirely. Now, when taking a deeper look at that 61%, the bottom graph shows the duration of these 11 schools remaining. Each bar is representative of a school whose logos are found at the bottom of the graph. The average duration of a young alumni program in the Big Ten is 3.5 years, with the 5-year plan being the most popular option amongst schools. While doing our research, I spoke with Brent Pappenfuss, the director of ticket operations for the University of Michigan, to discuss how his school operates their young alumni program. He gave a great quote stating, "If you can hit the 5-year mark, you're probably going to be a season ticket holder for 20 plus years." That goes for young alumni just as much as it goes for the public. Now, when you look back at the graph, you can see that the University of Michigan only has a 1-year program. And although this is the case, Brent recognizes the importance and impact that having a young alumni program and just keeping young alums around can have on the fan base moving forward. But before we can propose a solution to the big overarching question from earlier, we have to look to our target demographic for some insight. Lauren and I interviewed young alums working at the University of Washington and GVSU. The logos on the side are representative of the alma maters of some of our respondents. This goes to show the diversity in answers from the Big Ten and SEC to FCS and Division II. We asked them for their insights and preferences on a Young Alumni initiative for their schools. We want to highlight 2 of those questions today. Question number 4 asked, would you be more likely to engage with your school's athletic teams if there were offerings tailored specifically for young alumni? The results were exceptionally positive, with 75% of our respondents choosing yes. This goes to show that there's clearly still interest from young alums to be connected and engaged with their former athletic departments. We need to find a way to maximize this interest for everybody involved, which is why question 9 asks, would participation in a young alumni fan program through the athletic department make you more likely to, with answers being attend more athletic events, donate in the future, stay connected with the university and its athletic teams, or the final option, none of these. The top 2 answers are promising, with nearly half of respondents saying that they would stay connected with the university and its athletic teams, and in second place, coming in at 36%, they said that they would attend more athletic events. This is exactly what we're looking for when we go to develop a solution to this issue. So let's dive in on our proposed solution, the 5-year Young Alumni Plan. And before we dive in, we must recognize that this is not a one-size-fits-all solution. The flexibility still resides with the schools. However, this recommendation can help bring young alums back to campus in a more consistent manner and give it a unique feeling outside of the traditional homecoming festivities. So here's the plan. Each year comes with its own perks, with the prizes getting greater the longer that a young alumni is in the program. And in addition, you will retain all the previous year's rewards, which makes year 5 the most rewarding and incentivizing year of the entire program. So let's break it down year by year. The first year, you get a discounted season ticket price in a young alumni section of the stadium, plus a concession stand voucher. Year 2, you retain all of the year 1 perks, the discounted season ticket and the concession stand voucher. But in addition, you now get 2 tickets to any men's and women's basketball game, home game, of the customer's choosing. Year 3, 1 and 2 perks, plus a personalized signed poster from either the football, men's basketball, or women's basketball teams. Year 4, you unlock the previous year 3-year rewards, plus an invitation to the season ticket holder banquet, and it also unlocks exclusive in-stadium discounts on items such as apparel that only young alums will have access to. And then finally, year 5, you get years 1 through 4 in rewards and 1 pregame sideline pass to any home football game for the upcoming season. At the end of year 5, young alums have had nearly a decade of devotion towards their school. They feel appreciated as fans and are ready to move into the next chapter of their fandom, traditional season ticket holders.
By implementing a young alumni program, the recent graduates can feel a new level of excitement from their school. That can't miss game against the big rival means just as much to them now as it did when they were in college. Spending time at the stadium on Saturdays is now part of their newly established work-life balance in their post-college chapter of their life.
Once they've completed the program, they've had 5 full years of a new level of commitment. The pride in their school is so strong that game days are a total priority for them and their families. Even as their time in the program comes to an end, it's our job as ticket administrators to bring them on as seemingly lifelong season ticket holders, as Brent mentioned previously. But in order for that to happen, we have to make their time in the Young Alumni program unforgettable. They've invested in us since the moment they've stepped onto campus. We need to invest in them after graduation. Thank you.